Hello and welcome to Wolfe Sound Podcast. This is J.S. Wolfe, author of The Unfolding, A Journey of Involution, and the memoir, The Pathology of Innocence. Today we're talking about toxic femininity, and the previous episode was about toxic masculinity. I suggest you check that out as well. Toxic femininity. She is still a girl who's out to destroy women. Jealousy and envy are her home emotions. Her tongue is deadlier than a snake. You can't offer friendship to her because she wants to break your life. She will steal your man or make sure he breaks your heart. She will enter your home and embody your personality. She imitates you and is threatened by you. She's morally unwell, so she will attack your integrity. She will drug your drink for a laugh and then look down on you when you fall from grace. She keeps choosing boys because she's still a girl. The moment she decides to become a woman is the moment she will no longer settle for anything less than a real man. Scarcity is the foundation of her mindset. She doesn't want to see you succeed or in love. Your improvement is her demise. She will body shame you, and she may even side with your rapist. She feasts on good men to get to their resources. She will discard them after she had sucked them dry. A toxic feminine is far more dangerous than her male counterpart. She uses her innate intuition for evil and her softer energy to lure her victims in. The woman who killed my father must be the leader of this pack. Toxic femininity has a variety of faces. The vulnerable kind is the codependent. She feels unworthy and inferior. She is vulnerable to predators and takers and is readily willing to help them. Her cup runs dry because she never fills her own. Self-sabotage is her comfort zone. Hiding in her cocoon may protect her from danger, but it deprives her of life just the same. She loses trust in herself and everyone else around her. Unlike the first one, she is capable of transformation once she can see how much she's let herself waste away for those who are nowhere to be found now that she has nothing left to give. Those who are self-aware often trigger anger and envy in those who refuse to grow. No matter how much you grow, they will insist on holding you hostage to your past mistakes. One awful decision at a time, I ruined a large part of my life. I didn't want to have anything good to lose, and so I became self-destructive. Self-sabotage expresses itself by pushing away good people, acting self-righteous, belittling ourselves, and resorting to behaviors that will leave your life and career in ruin. I wasted decades trying to please the wrong people. I was vulnerable to danger, exploitation, and crime. Thinking everyone is inherently good was a lethal mistake. Before I could remove false friends from my life, I had to address the toxic patterns within me that tolerated them. We see almost everyone posting about toxic friends and family on a daily basis. Rarely do we see someone acknowledge their own toxicity. It's cataclysmic and liberating to hold ourselves accountable, by the way. Difficult as it may be at first, it's deeply rewarding to have a chance to make amends, course correct, and discover our worth. Once detoxed, we become a safe home for the right people and for our lost parts of our souls to return. The practice, however, must be maintained because more mistakes will surely be made. We are all flawed. There is a ravine that runs between how we see ourselves and how others see us. Our perception often has nothing to do with the subject we are perceiving. Humans tend to project their ideas onto others. The less they understand, the more gaps they fill with their own minds. Very few have the confidence to ask questions, and fewer still have the wisdom to mind their own business. As long as we're driven by ego, healing is not an option. The ego thrives on problems, challenges, and obstacles. Nobody really wants to be fixed. Your ego wants you to be a walking scar, used as live ammunition, ruining everything else in its wake. I have moved on from the pathology and into the beauty of innocence. Toxic femininity became full-fledged after centuries of the toxic masculine dimming the importance and the significance of the healthy, sacred femininity. Whether it's through dogma, misogyny, inequality as humans, not talking about this whole asking for equality for women. I don't need permission to be viewed as equal. I don't need that permission from misogynists. All I need to do is raise awareness that we need human equality, human balance. Man or woman, it doesn't matter. The gender doesn't matter. You offer value and you're acknowledged for it. It's simple. Everybody equally deserves a life of dignity, a life of safety, a life where our needs are met. I'm talking about our needs, not our wants. So to be a feminist is to just fight against misogyny, and there is no difference. I prefer to hold on to sacred femininity and its authentic divine power that no one can take it away, misogynist or not, feminist or not. I don't need to act male in order to be respected. It's ridiculous how extremist we've become as a race. Toxic femininity says that all other women are awful because deep down, women with toxic femininity feel insecure. Women need to start understanding that they need to back each other up, and it doesn't have to be in a toxic way where we fight the masculine and it's an all-out war. We need to have mutual respect and support in endeavors that are creative and bring a lot of value to the world. Because when we are stuck in a state of fighting and trying to prove ourselves, it's pretty toxic and it's pretty futile. This is my stance on toxic femininity. In the next episodes, I will address the healthy femininity and the healthy masculinity and how they can actually work together so that we can stop the bullshit of fighting this fight between masculine and feminine. I cannot believe it still exists, just like I cannot believe that racism still exists. The depth of that pathology and that pain and that destruction to our existence instead of being here to create and build something worthwhile. Who cares about people making their point about stuff, including my own? We're here to build something, to grow, to evolve, to release, to forgive, to collaborate. And if we continue to choose to just live in fight or flight, freeze or fawn modes, then the suffering will increase. Everybody's sitting behind their screen and projecting an image that is either far better than their reality or far worse. Or they just stalk each other and compare. When women begin to really connect with each other and love and respect each other and support each other instead of stealing each other's men and fighting over the toxic masculine and looking each other up and down, nothing creative or light or beautiful or abundant will enter. It just doesn't work. It's against the laws of nature, and we cannot keep fighting the laws of nature. The best way to actually rise above all this is to hold on to the sacred, healthy femininity, and don't buy into the propaganda of the toxicity, masking itself as rights and freedom. Thank you. This is J.S. Wolfe. See you in the next episode.